Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Today is day 21, season 2. Starting off here, got the Defender, the car trailer, we've parked up there. In the shed here we have a couple of pigs. But they're not ours, they were in a field nearby. Basically they had got out and, somewhere, and the farm was looking for them. We put up on Facebook, and they happened to pass down the road past us. So what we did is we sort of blocked it off and tried to sort of guide them into the yard, and then after that it was just a long time just trying to chase them into here. Now obviously it's not bedded up because there wasn't supposed to be animals in here, but they're going to be collected within the next couple of days. As the farmer was busy outside, hence why he couldn't look for them, so they'll be collected soon. Yeah, so they're not ours, they're just in there for now. Also we've got food for them as well. Yard grouper there, one of the pigs knocked it over. JCB meaning to go. Allison's Golf. T6080, she's got her new stickers on, she's got wing mirrors now, which she didn't have before. But yeah, like now she does. But when we bought her she didn't. I think they'd snapped off. So yeah, we've got the chickens knocking about and the ducks knocking about. Then we've got the Honda Quad. I think they're due to get new plates for her, as they don't really need the front one as long as they've got the back one, and I think the farm wants to get a square instead of sort of rectangular one. So she's going to take both plates off and get the same registration obviously, but a square one looks better. Lawnmower, John Deere 1340 mower, Kale Ripper, class rake and class baler in the back there. In the shed we've got the T6 175, 6616 and 6920S padded up. In the back of the shed you've got the Kuhn Fert spreader, Spade Edge Cutter and John Deere Trail Forger packed back up in the shed. And here we have the farmer's son in the New Holland 740. He's got the New Holland mini bale on the back, and yeah, so he's sitting there for a sec, but he will be heading off to a job. He's about to leave the yard to do, I think it's a small horse paddock is what we tend to do. Sometimes we get for some farmers, but mainly it is for horse paddocks and that. So he's about to head off there. 3400 John Deere 10 on the parked up, Herb's dump trailer, Keenan feeder and the bale trailer. Also, I learnt something recently, the Mark 6 Golf. The farmer actually had that a couple of years prior to now, and she was stock and everything. I believe he bought her as a shell, and then he just put parts onto it and whatever. And then he basically had the shell, and he had the tyres, and obviously needed to fix like the boot and all that. And he said, I'll keep it, so when the farmer's son is about 14, 15 he could drive, hence why he started driving when he was 15. When I say driving, I mean driving on private land obviously. I'm not sure if he's gone for his test yet, but he's at the age of being able to do that. So yeah, he's actually had it for a while, and obviously the farmer's son's done his things to it. So I didn't actually know that he's had it for about a couple of years. I think about 6 or 8 years. 6 to 8 years I think, something about that. So he's almost had her since she was brand new. So yeah, and I think he just built her up and kept her on. Obviously the farmer's son is making money now, so he could either buy another car or replace the Golf and use some of the money from the Golf as well. But obviously this is his sort of first car that he's been able to enjoy, and you can see he's done CB, the blacked out badge, exhaust sticker and the strobes there, so I suppose it's up to him, but yeah, just thought I'd let you know because I didn't know that. So yeah, he could sell it, as he's actually known that car his whole life. I think he did used to drive it for his dad, when his dad was fixing it, and he'd let him go around the yard and whatever, but now he can drive. He's mature enough to drive properly, but obviously not legally, until he passes his test. Kane side trailer part bag up, and the block rig there. A bit side there. Do one more cut and that's it for this year. Double bailiff there, curl wheel spikes and that barrel stack there. We've got the Ifor Williams flatbed trailer here, and the Marshall much better lined up against the field here. And then in this field we've got all the ewes and lambs enjoying themselves. And here got farmer's disco, and you've got the main man himself, the farmer there with the sheep trailer, and as you can see he's separating the ewe from her lambs. So we've got 4 lambs in there. He wasn't going to start it until June, but these lambs are getting quite big, so you can sort of get rid of them. There's a couple others, like those 2 and that one there, but he could potentially get rid of at some point. But he wasn't going to do it till June, so it gives him enough time. But obviously these lot are big because they were born first, so, and obviously they've had the milk from their mum, so slowly through June there will be separating of lambs. Currently it's just these lot, and I think that's it for May. I think he won't do the rest until June, but it just empties out the field a bit for when they need to move them. As you can still see, there's quite a lot of lambs. And then in the cow field here, you can see we've only got 3 cars left. I imagine that one will be next, as it's quite big compared to these 2. And then you've got the mud lambs there, they will also be taken out in June. Towards the end probably because they haven't ate as much. But yeah, and then also in June the bull will be coming in, hence why May we separate the calves, so it gives them a break and then they get with the bull. And then he's in till about August, September, and then we scan him, make sure he's done his job, and then send him off back to the other farm. Shame we don't have another field that we can put him in, or just near this farm here that we could put him in, because we wouldn't like to keep him in the shed all year, and then tease him for 2 months, put him out with the cows in the field and then put him back in the shed. Just wouldn't be right. And then obviously during the winter when the cows go in, he'd have to come out into the field, and it's just not fair. So it's basically a farm, we may as well use it. Yeah. But yeah, so he'll be in soon. So yeah, there's not too much going on now. Obviously baling and silage is finished. It's kind of quiet, for now anyway. Then coming down the lane here, got the contractors 6210R with their heron size trailer. So actually apparently a couple of people have herons. We obviously got the farmer in his T6070, I think it is, or T7060. He's got the heron, I believe, but also the contractors do as well. So yeah, but he's just one of the drivers there, carting a bit of silage away, past the contractors and then to the yard of the farmer. I also learned something new again from the contractors. They didn't actually sell the Valtra. What they've actually done is sold the T7. Now they haven't had it for that long. They've had it for about 3 months. I think they realised they were a bit big, and the drivers didn't tend to like the screen in the middle of the steering wheel, because like they'd be steering or turning the steering wheel and then they touch something on the screen. It was just annoying them. So they got rid of it. I think they found it was too big. 6210R on the Valtra they think is too big as well, but obviously they need to keep them. They don't have many tractors either. I don't know if I've said, they're not really big contractors, they kind of stay in the area. So they have like a couple of side trailers and like 4 tractors or whatever. But currently they have 2. They have the Valtra and this. They are going to replace a T7 with another tractor, I don't know what, but they will be replacing it. And basically the story was they were going to sell either the Valtra or the T7, and they chose the T7. As the Valtras, they've had it for a while, done a gun, and obviously the T7 was too big, so they thought, the Valtra's done us good, we'll keep it for a bit longer. They will replace it at some point, so they'll have probably 1 tractor. But yeah, at some point they will have 2, and then hopefully 3. But I reckon by the end of the year they'll have 2 tractors. But then yeah, they'll haven't really told me what they are getting because they don't actually know. But yeah, currently they've got 2, and then once they get a second tractor, they'll sell the Valtra, and then yeah, go from there. And then behind the driver there, we've got a farmer in his Case Puma 195 and a straight pipe there, and he's got a John Deere bear wrap on the back. Going back and doing a bit of wrapping, you got a bit of wrap on the bear wrapper there. I believe he's wrapped them and left them in the field, and he's going to take it back to the yard and then collect them tomorrow. But yeah, it's nice to see the older Pumas and the older cases out, because I don't think I've seen this farm much. But it's a nice tractor, and also don't see many people with bear wrappers. That does. To be fair, I haven't seen a bear wrapper in a while. It's almost like at one point I thought the main farmer was the only one with a bear wrapper in the area. Turns out he's not, and there probably is others. A lot of people don't have fields far away, they have them close to their farm heads where you don't see them. And obviously this is the main road, so this is a sort of road that leads to the village and in and out of the village and whatever, so it's quite a busy road, but it probably needs resurfacing at some point. But yeah, so much for the video guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and bye.